Hello, everyone. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and here's what's happening in LA this week. Nowadays, online accessibility is crucial. To make sure low-income Angelenos can have access to efficient and affordable broadband, the Federal Communications Commission held an event to inform eligible people and get them connected. Check it out.
We are at a library in Los Angeles, and we were here with the mayor to talk about how we get more people in the city of Los Angeles connected to broadband at home using a program at the Federal Communications Commission called the Affordable Connectivity Program. What we do is we make sure every low-income household can get online and stay online, and make sure that they don't have to make really hard choices about gas, groceries, and their internet bill.
I think the urgency with access to affordable broadband is now.
Internet access is not just a nice to do, it is a need to do, it's essential. It's becoming like water and electricity where you just must have it to participate in society. It's important for people, young children to do homework, important to look for and apply for jobs, and so many other things.
ACP is a federal subsidy program, so that means eligible people, households, can receive up to $30 a month towards their internet service, as well as a one-time $100 discount towards a computer. Folks who are considered low income, so food stamps, WIC, Medicare, Medi-Cal, if they live in public housing,
Medicaid or SNAP or a Pell Grant, a veterans pension benefits, or you've got a student who's on the free and reduced lunch program at school, you are eligible.
This will help close the digital divide. There was a big gap in their access to any kind of online anything. Internet was way too expensive, and it was hard to find a location that could offer them access to internet. This is going to close that gap.
To learn more about the Affordable Connectivity Plan and see the eligibility criteria, visit fcc.gov/ACP. Recently, city officials met with members of a European envoy to discuss ways to stop anti-Semitism and other forms of hate and discrimination. Diversity is one of our biggest assets, and we must protect anyone who falls victim to a hate crime.
Because Los Angeles is now on record through the City Council's adoption of the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance working definition of anti-Semitism, we're here today for a strategic consultation and an opportunity to make sure that the LA Declaration has teeth and ultimately will help to protect the Jewish community and all people against hate and intimidation. We're grateful to Council Member Bob Blumenfield, to Mayor Bass and her team, and to the many members of the LA City Council for their commitment to help Los Angeles shine and to create a model for how we value diversity and how we confront hate in our community. Anti-Semitism really as the gateway hate that ultimately, if left unchecked, will lead to tragic consequences for all people.
Something that affects any one of us affects all of us. Just because I might be approached or attacked for being Jewish, that could be happening to my Muslim brother. That could be happening to a woman. That could be happening to someone in the AAPI community, and so on and so forth. There's something that my boss, Councilmember Bloomfield, brought up that I learned under him. The word tolerance it's not the greatest word. It's like a low bar. And we should be truly embracing, accepting of our diverse backgrounds and learning about them, not just tolerating them. That's just a sign of indifference to tolerate them. You know, more than 30 years ago, I used to fight skinheads who didn't like me, decimate my grandparents' cemetery just because they were Jewish. And I thought, well, this won't go on forever. I mean, who was I fooling? I think it was an arrogant thought to think that in my lifetime, why should these things be corrected? But instead of turning the other way and giving up, I said, we gotta keep at it.
Everything begins with education, and you can never start too early to create and inculcate a sense of appreciation of diversity. That diversity really is America's greatest strength, and certainly that holds true here in Los Angeles. because hate crimes are not merely intended to harm an individual victim, but they are really intended to sow fear and intimidation across an entire community. And that is certainly unacceptable in an America that should value and appreciate diversity and protect the rights and safety of all of its citizens.
The homeless situation improves after Mayor Bass' first 100 days in office. The 2023 non-perishable food drive is open to donations, and the Los Angeles River Rangers Job Program is taking applications. These stories up next on City Beat.
Within Mayor Karen Bass's first 100 days, it is projected more than 4,000 Angelenos will be housed. Multiple strategies are being used, including Inside Safe, which lays down a track to systematically bring people indoors. The City of Los Angeles, LA Unified School District, and Metro are examining acres of public land across Los Angeles that can be used for housing.
The City Council provided us with $50 million. $4.4 million has been spent so far. $27 million is obligated to be spent. The majority of the money is spent on motels, but it's also to give resources to the community-based organizations to provide services.
According to Mayor Bass, Measure HHH has helped put 1,336 people in interim housing and 614 into permanent housing. The 2023 Non-Perishable Food Drive, sponsored by the City Facilities Recycling Program, CFRP, of LA Sanitation and Environment, has begun. Now through April 28, 2023, both city employees and the public are encouraged to donate non-perishable food. Items acceptable for donation include canned goods, jarred food, packaged food, and shelf-sustainable beverages. No refrigeration required. Donations may be dropped off Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 6 public locations throughout the city. All donated items will benefit St. Francis Center, LA Mission, and LA Regional Food Bank to assist Angelenos in need. For more information about the food drive or services of the CFRP, contact the CFRP at san.cfrp@lacity.org or 213-485-2260. Los Angeles River Rangers is looking for youth who would like to help clean, beautify, and maintain public areas along the Los Angeles River. This job program pays $17 an hour and is full-time, with responsibilities such as weed abatement, removing bulky items, and cleaning up litter. The program is through the State of California's Youth Jobs Corps in partnership with LA's Department of Public Works and is funded through June of 2024. To be eligible, you must be between the ages of 18 and 26, reside in the city of LA, have a right to work in the U.S., and proof of COVID-19 vaccination. Apply online at hirelaYouth.com. Or for more information, contact riverrangers@lacity.org.
Big Leap is a pilot program created to provide guaranteed basic income to Angelenos facing economic hardship. Unfortunately, the program, though successful, is coming to an end. The city officials behind it hope new similar programs emerge in the future to make sure impoverished communities become empowered. Take a look.
Big Leap is our attempt to utilize some creative programs to assist those who are in poverty. So the specific idea is to identify individuals who qualify for our program who could receive $1,000 a month, no strings attached.
Big Leap stands for Basic Income Guaranteed Los Angeles Economic Assistance Pilot, and it is the largest program of its kind in the country. It is currently serving 3,200 households from across the city in the areas of the city that have the highest rate of poverty, but it's really across all 15 council districts. I am very sad about the program ending. The program will sunset. We have our last disbursement scheduled on March 25th. What we would like to see happen is that we continue to do more of these types of programs, that we offer guaranteed income programs to different vulnerable populations. We have so much more work that we can do.
We sought individuals who resided in Los Angeles, who were 18 years or older, living within the poverty guidelines, and who have experienced some difficulty during this COVID pandemic. It's an important opportunity, I think, to see how we can utilize resources more effectively and at the same time empower residents to become more active and more sustainable.
I think we've learned from the work in Stockton, who was the pioneer under the leadership of Mayor Tubbs, who has now again been an advisor to so many cities and counties across the country. We've seen it work.
The program was doing what it was supposed to do. We had one situation where a mother said that she was able to support her children's extracurricular activities, buying uniforms, buying equipment, that she had not been able to do that before. Another participant was able to get her car fixed, which enabled her to maintain her job and to provide assistance for her kids. Stories like that really help to solidify the importance of this program and underscore the real need. Individuals are using these funds not to party and have fun, but to deal with real life situations.
I would say that the biggest misconception is that people were going to spend the money frivolously. But what we're seeing in terms of the spending is that people are spending on basic needs.
It was an exciting experiment here in the city of Los Angeles. We're going to anxiously await all of the studies that are going to be done after this to really document what happened and to better understand how we can utilize creative programs like this to assist individuals.
The great clouds and rain didn't stop sports and outdoor enthusiasts from participating in the world-famous LA Marathon this past weekend. The LADWP also used this opportunity to hold a health and fitness expo with different booths that cater to the runners and visitors that were in attendance.
We had the expo happening today. Participants can pick up their bibs. They could also do some shopping for last minute gear. And of course, the expo's open for a lot of free goodies. The 38th LA Marathon, so it's a big, big number and it brings a lot of big crowds.
What's great about the marathon is everyone can participate. I mean, they have a 5K where people are walking, the marathon where people are running, and you can do both at either event. And so the LA Marathon offers an exciting opportunity to do something that's help you get physically fit. But it's really important for people to understand that certain diseases attack certain communities disproportionately. And so we want to offer a solution to that. We want to align ourselves with events that also align themselves with that.
She's one of my best friends, and she decided she wanted to do it as like a personal challenge, and so I said, why don't we do it together? I've done it once before and didn't want to do it alone again, and so I figured it'd be more fun with my friend.
And when I turned 26 this year, I was like, I'm going to run 26 miles when I'm 26.
Oh, that makes sense.
And I'm going to do one. Yeah.
There's lots of fun booths with different brands, lots of free stuff. It's a good time.
There's lots of things that are great for runners and just great things to walk around and see and get.
Since the use of recreational cannabis became legal in November of 2016 in California, there has been a boom in the number of cannabis companies in Los Angeles. Our city's Department of Cannabis Regulation held an event to connect cannabis entrepreneurs with investors.
In California, biggest farm state in the union, marijuana is the biggest cash crop. The biggest.
There's never been an event like this that the city has produced. It's called Cannabis in Capital. It's an investor networking forum.
This event specifically was put together so that applicants and licensees could really get the chance to meet investors and other stakeholders and get some information about how to really get that yes when it comes to finding investment for their cannabis business licenses.
As most folks know, capital is the #1 barrier to entering the licensed cannabis market for our equity entrepreneurs?
It's very, very difficult. Many investors that might be interested in the cannabis industry don't know that much about it. And then investors that are a part of the cannabis industry, it's just a really hard time for the market, so it can be really difficult to make people feel comfortable with your business.
Because cannabis is still a Schedule I, folks don't have the traditional avenues of banking. Small business can't get an SBA loan. They can't get banking services. And so they have to go with private investors. And that has been a challenge.
The events like this are great because the reality of it is social equity gives you a license, but it doesn't give you just a pathway to succeed. So these type of events are important to link people with capital investments with people who are awarded the licenses in a particular situation like here in Los Angeles.
It is an uphill battle, and it takes a village. We need the support to be successful.
In honor of Women's History Month, we sat down with city employees Adrienne Murphy and Daisy Carrillo to hear about their journey. They discussed their experience working for the city in their respective departments and talked about the women they have felt inspired and supported by along the way. Let's hear this story.
Some kind of way, intrinsically, I always knew that I would work for the city of Los Angeles. And I did. I'm a senior management analyst too with LA Sanitation and Environment, and as a part of my function is to serve as the chief equity officer. And so with that, I'm working to make sure that our workforce is diverse. I like doing this type of work because it's important that the people that we serve see people that look like them.
Here at the City of Los Angeles Bureau of Engineering, I knew that the opportunities were almost endless. You can learn about bridge, you can learn about structural. What I do specifically is street design. We fix curb ramps, sidewalks, driveways. We completely redesign them to make them more efficient and improve the quality of life for the residents. Entering this male-dominated profession can be a little intimidating, but that's okay. Being part of the American Society of Civil Engineers is what really made a difference in my career. That is where I found a community of women that I could really connect with because we were all striving for the same goal. We were all trying to be civil engineers, and that community really was a big support for me.
Believe it or not, I've been supervised by women, strong women. A lot have been women of color. And so for me, I've been challenged, I've been mentored, I've been encouraged and supported, sometimes pushed by these strong women to do things that were outside of my normal comfort zone, to learn and to grow and to stretch and to become all that I can be, and to do that with a spirit of excellence. And I hope that I can continue to be that type of inspiration to other young women in the workplace.
In 2021, I actually became a mom for the first time. I was blessed with a beautiful baby girl named Jasmine. My husband and I were so happy, but did she take a toll on our lives? Finding that work-life balance was definitely not easy, for sure, not the first 6 to 9 months, but I think now we're a better place. But that is because I found a support system for me. I have my mom, I have my dad, my husband, who really are the pillars for me. And I think that's what everyone needs, some type of support system for them. We are all bound to make mistakes, whether you're a man or a woman. Making mistakes is just part of the job, and you just have to learn from them and grow from them.
Always know your worth, always know who you are and be true to yourself, maintain your integrity. There's nothing that you can't do. So no matter what anyone says to you, no matter how people treat you, you can do anything that you want to do, and you can be anything that you want to be, but you have to believe in yourself and be confident in your own abilities.
Participate in the LA Zoo's Wild for the Planet programs. Find a furry friend at the Booptown and Boomtown pet adoption event, or bring your family to Beach Animals Reading with Kids. All this up next on Things to Do.
The LA Zoo wants you to get wild for the planet. Celebrate our precious planet and its rich biodiversity with fun and inspiring activities, entertainment, and presentations. The LA Zoo staff will share their efforts on safeguarding species in the wild through biology, nutrition, and genetics. The zoo is dedicated to conservation, sustainability, and the community for the entire month of April. Enjoy nature-inspired music and dance, readings, and art demonstrations with community partners. You'll also discover what you can do to defend natural resources and promote biodiversity at the Earth Expo, featuring some of your favorite conservation organizations. You can enjoy all the Wild for the Planet programs at the LA Zoo through the month of April. To plan your visit, log on to lazoo.org. LA Animal Services wants you to find your new best friend at the Booptown at Boomtown pet adoption event. Cats and dogs of different breeds and sizes will be available for adoption. Each animal is spayed or neutered, vaccinated, licensed, and microchipped. Booptown at Boomtown is also a great place to find new and unusual pet toys, clothes, beds, and accessories. There will be plenty of food trucks to sample, delicious desserts, and shopping with local vendors. Join in all the furry fun at the downtown LA Arts District Boomtown Brewery on Sunday, April 2nd from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. For all the details, log on to laanimalservices.com. The Central Branch of the LA Public Library is hosting Beach Animals Reading with Kids, or BARK. The all-volunteer program encourages kids to increase their reading skills and self-confidence by reading aloud to certified therapy dogs. It can be intimidating to read in front of classmates, but these adorable dogs love listening to stories. BARK has 130 teams listening to kids in more than 100 schools and libraries. Come read with BARK at the Los Angeles Public Library Central Branch, Saturday, April 1st at 4 p.m. Log on to lapl.org for more information. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's it for this edition. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.